There are women who reach out to me for advice and support for situations that they're going through, and they'll pay me for my time. And there was a woman who reached out to me, and it's so funny because we see this trend going on now on social media about people who kind of rush through their relationships and they're bragging about how it worked for them and they're happy. Well, okay, so this woman reached out to me and she met this guy 2 months ago and he swears that he is in love. However, his actions are really not lining up. Now, at the start of these sessions, I don't know what you would call them because I'm not a therapist or anything, but at the start of these sessions, for the most part, depending on what it is, I'll try my best to ask, do you want me to just like tell you the truth, just go for it? Or do you want me to kind of like baby step the truth to you? And she took a deep breath and she's like, I want you to tell me the truth. And as she was telling me about her situation and how they met and all that, he doesn't have love for her. There's no hearts in his eyes. He has dollar signs in his eyes. She told me this man is living with his cousin and he's in between jobs because his last boss was an asshole. And she said that things moved really fast. And I'm just like, girl, okay. What is a socially acceptable way for a man to be a bum? Live with a woman. People will look down on you if your grown ass is still living with your mom. They'll look down on you if you're living with your cousin. Depending on the situation, people will look down on you if you live with a bunch of roommates, depending on your age. But it's socially acceptable to be married to somebody that you're living off of, or to be in a relationship with somebody that you're living off of. People aren't really going to judge that as much if they don't know what's going on. I have heard so many male celebrities laugh and giggle about the fact that when they were first trying to hit the scene and they were struggling, that they pretended to be in love with women so that they can stay with them and have a roof over their head and food to eat. Y'all take these men in and y'all are, it's love and you gotta take a chance and you gotta let your guard down, okay? And then you wonder why anytime you talk about things that are important to you, they roll their eyes. They don't want to spend any real quality time with you. They're always gone. It seems like they're distant. It seems like they're pulling away. It is because they did not love you. They were only with you because they saw their meal ticket, okay? Once they realized what your profession was, and they saw the car you drive, or they saw the house that you live in, they saw your spending habits, they were like, oh, I just won the lottery here. I love you, baby. I love you. Over the years, I have spoken to women who brag about the fact that they gladly put that man on their bank account, give him a debit card. And I'm just like, first of all, why are we bragging about this? Even in my pick-me era, I met this guy who, after knowing me for all of a week, was like, yeah, why don't I move in with you? And I was like, why don't you not do that? Even then, I had common sense to know that much. That ain't nobody living with me. And I'm not funding your life. There is nothing with wanting a relationship, with wanting to be married, with wanting to have kids. I feel like I have to put this disclaimer out there every time I do a video, because for some odd reason, me telling you to have a backbone and have some boundaries is computed and turned into you can't have a relationship, which again should scare you that is what a relationship is to a lot of people. If I can't have a bad one, then oh my God, I can't have anything? No, I'm simply saying, please stop wasting time on these losers. If he thinks you're the one and he's so in love with you, He will be in love with you when you say, no, I don't want anybody living with me. He will still be in love with you when you don't give him your debit card. He will still be in love with you if you don't give him the keys to your car. He will still be in love with you if you say, I want to slow down and take some time to get to know each other. A lot of these men in these situations are not in love with you. They simply struck oil, okay? And you are now their meal ticket.